G'day viewers and welcome back to Pop Will Fix It. I'm excited because after almost 2 years my subscriber count has just hit 20. No, not 20,000, just 20. Anyway, just thought I'd share that, and here comes the video. 20 subscribers in 20 months, that's just... G'day viewers, welcome back. If it's the first time here, welcome. I hope I can teach you something. I hope you enjoy what you see and consider subscribing. Now, previously we'd mentioned making new cable stops for the go-kart that I just fixed the front end on. That's what we're going to do this time. I'm going to start with some flat steel. Now, unless you count pieces like this, which is actually a tool, I currently don't have any angle the size I need, and today being the 29th of December, chances of me finding some is very minimal. So we're going to have to start with flat steel. Now, again, it's not exactly the size I need, but I can cut off different pieces, which I've actually already done. Now these are 25mm by 70, I think. Just double check that. Yeah, they're 25 by 70. And previously I had measured the angle of the stops, which turns out they were about 55 degrees from upright. They were laid back about 55 degrees. So I've cut two of the pieces at 55 degrees, tested them against the frame of the go-kart just to see that they actually fit and are the right angle, the right fit, so I can just weld them into place. And now I've placed two of the pieces, so one set, into this angle, which, as you saw earlier, has pieces of angle on each side, which helps it stay absolutely perpendicular or square. Put these two in, clamp down a piece across the top. Now I can tack front and back to make ourselves a piece of angle. Now we just let that cool right out. Alright, that's had lots of time to cool out. It is absolutely dead cold. So now what we're going to do, remove that clamp. I'm going to replace them with these clamps. On. Just so we can get into here and weld down the middle of it. Now, tip of the week. Why am I letting it cool down completely before I take any clamps off it? Well, as we all know, most things expand when they're heated and contract when they're cooled. Metal especially. When you weld it, you might have it set in exactly the right position, but then when you weld it, as the weld cools, it's going to pull in so that it's not going to end up how you wanted it. You're going to have to start again. Clamping the pieces in position means that they can't move when they cool down. They're going to have to stay where they are. Now, if I was to not clamp this and weld down the middle of this, that's going to pull that angle in a lot. Having them clamped like that, well, it shouldn't move. There we go. Again, leave that alone, let it cool. That's cold. It's been about 10 minutes, by the way. Pop that out of there. Ironically, that's still quite warm. Now, we have to turn it over and weld the back side. And then once I've done that, I've got to do it all over again. Well, as you can see, welding, grinding, there's still a few little spots that need filling. I'm not really worried about them, just for cosmetic reasons. I'm going to keep going, but I'm not going to film all that. That just gets boring after a while. You get the general idea though. Alright, well there is about as good as I'm going to get them. I could go more, but I just can't be bothered. It's not that important, but now I need to drill out these holes. Back of wood, yeah, that's not going to work. And I think I'll be using a clamp for that. There we go, both pilot drilled. Now, one of them has to go out to 5mm and then be threaded to 6mm. The other one But actually I don't know what size it needs to go to. I'll have to measure that. Question is, which one's which? Well, that one's going to be obviously the accelerator or the throttle. Whoops, sorry, you're out of screen there. And this one is going to be the brake. How do I know that? Because these flanges are going to go on the edge of the frame and this is going to go across the front. So this side needs to be on the right side of the cart. This one needs to be on the left side of the cart. So this is the bigger one. Let's leave that for now. Let's do this one. Now you may or may not have noticed when I was taking the pedals off the go-kart in the previous video, link up here, that underneath the spring that goes over the front bar, I just had a piece of rubber. When I took them off, I thought, why did I do that? Why didn't I just use some heat shrink? So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, all finished, all dressed, ready to weld into place. That's gone a bit rusty. That's okay. Now I'm just using a piece of solid metal wire just to gauge where the angle I need it on. Now, you need to remember in this situation that as the pedal moves forward and back, the cable's going to arc. It's not going to run in a straight line, it's not going to pull straight out, it's going to pull down. So pretty much need to start off so that it's just high of centre, so that when it does pull down, it's not going to really interfere. I mean, it's only going to be moving that much anyway. And also, make sure it's in a straight line this way. So that's pretty much in place there. I'm just going to tack these two at the front, and then we can worry about the angle later. There we go. Yeah, I kind of want to bring that up just a little bit. Yeah, that's still hot. Because it's starting off, it's in the centre right now. Let's see if I can get you guys a shot of that. Here, see, it's in the centre. It's not high, it's not low. But if I bring this forward just a little bit, it's going to bring it up. So that when the pedal comes forward, it's going to go to the bottom of the hole. But on return, it's not going right to the top. So I'm just going to bring that forward just a little bit. Ooh. And also remembering that as the weld back here cools, it's going to want to pull it back down. But as you probably noticed, I just fractured these two tacks, so I'm going to have to just go over them again just quickly, and then we'll tack the back in place. There we go. Oh, that's not liking that. Oh, it's because I'm in the wrong place. The hell. well, it's tacked, and it looks pretty good. Now, that looks good to me. Alright, move on to the other side. Pretty much the same over here. Make sure we got it in a straight line, side to side, which is about there. So about there. Alright, I'm just going to tuck those front corners, those front in place. One and two. Then we're going to worry about the tilt angle. I'll pull that tight. That's high on the hole there, which means it'll pull down as we pull forward. So I'm kind of happy with that, so I'm going to tack the back corner in place. And there we go. Now all I need to do is go around, finish up the welds, tighten that back in, fit a new cable on the other side, and I'm done. Well, they're welded. I'm not going to say they're neat. I'm not liking this weld here at all. I don't know what's going on there. There's a lot of impurity there. Now, before anyone jumps on me in the comments about, oh, you shouldn't weld through paint, you should clean the paint off first, remember, it's silver gal. Now, what is gal? Pretty much a zinc coating process. Now, if you look at weld-through primers, which are quite commonly used, they're zinc-based, which pretty much means this is a zinc-based primer. It's actually a zinc-based paint. See, it's a bright silver finish. This also does come in just normal gal paint over here somewhere. Here it is, right. Zinc gal. This is meant to be the top coat, but it is still a zinc based paint, which is weldable. But I'll grind that out and give it another shot. Other side did exactly the same thing, but it's fine across the front, but yeah, not so much on the sides. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to probably grind that out, re-weld it. There's just something not right there. But apart from reassembly, that's them. All done. And that's going to be the end of this one. Thanks for sticking around. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll answer as soon as I can. If you liked what you saw, if you learned something, hit that like button down below. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when the next one's coming. And I'll see you on the next one.